contribution, and I call the member for McEwen.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Recently I wrote to the Minister for Social Services about an issue that hits home for so many residents across our electorate of McEwen. The National Disability Insurance Scheme and early childhood early intervention are essential services for families all over Australia and in communities throughout McEwen. In 2019, the NDIS will finally be rolled out across parts of McEwen, specifically reaching the Mitchell Shire Council. Interreach, who currently are delivering the service to the Goulburn Valley and Masson Ranges, will be partnering with the NDIA to provide these same services in Mitchell Shire, and I welcome the contribution that they make. A decision, however, has been made to establish their business in Seymour. Currently, Interreach has an office in Shepparton and is offering support from the Seymour Medical Service whilst they find a permanent office. However, the residents of Seymour already have been accessing NDIS services through the established offices just up the road in Shepparton. We as a community are very concerned about the decision where to locate the new NDIS hub for Mitchell Shire, especially when it comes to early childhood services. The population of southern Mitchell in towns like Wallan, Kilmore and Beveridge is booming with young families who are making the region home in their unprecedented numbers. This means that southern Mitchell has above average proportion of children between the ages of 0 and 6. Our region is growing fast and the opportunities are endless, but this government's subpar performance in infrastructure and services are not growing with us. Most of the residents of Mitchell Shire access work, school, shopping, medical services and social engagements in the northern suburbs of Melbourne, generally choosing not to take the 50-minute drive up the road to Seymour. Now, I've heard from countless young families and parents who don't know where to turn for local support. They're spending precious time and money and stress in driving long distances required to access the services for their kids. Those 2 hours a day on the road add another layer of burden onto families doing their best to support their kids to grow and to learn. In fact, data from the ABS and DHS shows that the majority of people with disability are in the south of Mitchell Shire. With the rapid growth in our region, that number is also set to increase and increase rapidly. Meanwhile, participation in the north stagnates. Southern Mitchell has a greater need for disability support pension service, which is obvious just by looking at the numbers. In Seymour, around 476 residents of Seymour are accessing the DSP, compared to almost 1,000 residents accessing NSP in southern Mitchell Shire. The ECEI needs to be based where young families and large numbers of children are, and that is plain to see. It is in the south of Mitchell Shire. We've got to continue to fight against this government because of the failure they've done with the NDIA, particularly through the hapless Minister and Parliamentary Secretary, who have yet to respond to community concerns. We need to make sure that we get the best opportunity for our families and make sure the Minister actually responds to this decision and starts helping the people in our community who need the help the most.
Order. I thank the member for McEwen for his contribution.